Imagine waking up tomorrow. Indonesia has become one of the world's strongest nations. Its young people are respected everywhere. Its innovation inspired the world. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? But let me ask you something. Who made that happen? Some of you may be thinking the government. Others may say technology. But I believe the answer is neither. Now, take a look. What do you see here? Do you see a room full of students? I don't, but I see the answer. The people who selected this mirror are the ones who will shape the future of Indonesia and the world. And absolutely yes, they are sitting in this room today. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and the honorable judges. My name is Cherrise Giocianes Daurila, and I'm a student from SMA Negeri 1 Belinyu. Today, I would like to share my speech entitled From Youth to Leaders, Building the World's Future. We often hear that young people are the future, but the future is closer than we think. According to Badan Pusat Statistik in 2024, Indonesia has around 64 million young people aged 16 to 30, representing about 20% of the country's population. This means 1 in 5 Indonesians is a young person. In this digital era, we are connected to the world more than ever before. With just one click, we can explore different cultures and follow global trends. However, globalization also brings big challenges. The first challenge is many young people know more about international celebrities, fashion, and social media trends than their own national history. We celebrate international cultures, but sometimes we forget to appreciate the richness of our own. As a result, nationalism is slowly fading. But this is not just a cultural issue. It is also a leadership issue. This affects youth leadership because leadership is not about having the ability to influence others. It is also about knowing what value you stand for and who you are leading. If young people lose their sense of national identity, they may also lose their sense of responsibility toward their country. And this will affect the world's future, since global leadership begins with national responsibility. The second challenge is technology. Technology is one of human's greatest inventions, but without wisdom, it becomes our greatest distraction. According to Badan Pusat Statistik in 2025, 88.42% of Indonesian youth using internet mainly for entertainment, while only 13.22% use it for online learning. At the same time, the World Health Organization in 2022 reports that around 11% of teenagers show signs of problematic social media use, struggling to control the use, and experiencing negative consequences. The problem is not technology itself. The problem is when we let it distract us from our national value instead of using it to strengthen them. And this is where technology, nationalism, and leadership are connected. A young person who no longer understands their nation's value may grow into a leader who lacks a sense of national responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, the world doesn't need trend followers. It needs trendsetters who can create positive change. It needs leaders who are intelligent, responsible, and proud of their nation. John F. Kennedy once said, "Ask what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country." And Taylor Swift reminds us, just be yourself. There is no one better. Those two messages teach us that great leadership begins with being true to yourself and service others. I believe that to be impactful leader, we don't always need power. The ordinary high school students who embrace themselves can even be powerful. So today, I ask you to stand with me. Because Indonesian youth do not wait for change, but we create the change. Let us stop asking, what will the world become in the future? Instead of asking, what kind of young people will build the world's future? I believe that the youth are not just leaders of tomorrow, but leaders of today. Let's become young people who discover our purposes and unlock our full potential. We can start by learning our history, supporting local innovations, stepping out of our comfort zone to take on leadership opportunities, and using technology wisely to strengthen our national identity. Real changes begin at home. If we can create meaningful change for our own nation, then we will also be able to contribute positively to the world. Remember, the future of this world is not in someone else's hands.